No matter what it looks like, no matter what you're currently experiencing, no matter what your current conditions are, you are always one decision away from transforming your entire life. No matter what people have said about you, no matter how many times you have failed or made mistakes, no matter what your past looks like, you are always one decision away from transforming your entire life.
The crazy thing is that you can change your life in one decision, but it can happen just like that the other way. It's just that the outcome's delayed and your tree of life will move. It's just that it takes time for that new direction to bear fruit. Whereas you can poison the fruit in a second. You can kill a tree real fast. You just can't grow one real fast. But it doesn't mean that if a seed's planted and you're watering it, it's not growing. It just takes a second to get above the surface.
That you're one relationship away, one meeting away, one conversation, one podcast, one interview, one new thought, one new emotion, one new tactic or strategy away from completely changing the trajectory of your life. And everyone that you and I know that we both work with, that we're blessed to work with in our lives, the truth is it was one decision, one meeting, one extra rep, one more phone call, one thing they did that changed their trajectory.
What one decision could you make? What one action can you take that would change the trajectory of your life and legacy? One decision. Some of you could cut up your credit cards. It could change your life. Others of you could be the first to apologize. I'm sorry for my part of what I did wrong. Some of you could break up and move out. Don't settle for somebody who's worshiping the false god, because you want someone who worships the King of Kings. Some of you could block that person from your phone, or you could stop following the one that's bringing you down. Some of you could confess your addiction and ask for help. Some of you could live on less and give a lot more. One decision, one action.
I want you to consider that you have two lives. You have the one that you're living right now, and you have the one that you're about to create. And it's in the power of your decisions that align with where you want to go versus continuing to stay trapped where you are. That is the opportunity here. What is the decision that you need to make in order to step toward the things that you so deeply want and deserve in your life?
Rather than waste your time being stressed over making the right decision, make the decision right. Randomly choose. Now, you can randomly choose if you want an Almond Joy or a Snickers. Nobody's gonna care, right? It's the exact same thing about getting married or not, taking the job or not. You can only live one life. If there was some magical way that I could live a life as somebody who's had 3 kids and somebody who hasn't had kids, maybe I can make a comparison. But you don't have that available to you. And that's why regret is so mindless. Because the choice you didn't take, you're presuming, would have been better.
Sometimes you have to make decisions that break your heart but protect your peace. It's hard because sometimes choosing peace means that we're actually choosing grief. Look, I know it hurt, but you have got to stop second-guessing yourself. It might have been a hard decision, but it was the right decision.
If you don't like the way your career is or your business is, change it. If you don't like your body, change it. If you don't like your relationship, change you first, because if you change it, you'll bring you to the next one. Maybe it's time to change it too, but change yourself first. If you want to change anything in your life, you have the choice. So that everything in our life changes the moment we make a decision. And I mean a real decision. A decision is when you cut off any other possibility and you commit to something with everything you've got and you take action.
Is you're going to pick the most uncomfortable decision, one that causes the most discomfort. As crazy as that logic sounds, let me tell you why. 99% of the time, people choose the comfortable option because it's the safest. People don't quit a job that they hate because it pays the bills. People quit when they're learning a new skill because it's easier than having to force themselves to actually study and learn something. But let me tell you something, that comfortable safety blanket decision is the enemy of your dreams. Whatever it is, when making these uncomfortable decisions, you are forced to learn and grow. You're pushing past your boundaries of comfort. It requires more from you. Your limitations will be lifted. And when this happens, you become a stronger person in your remit. Whatever it is that you're chasing now is easier to acquire. And in the discomfort, in the grit, in the heat, in the pressure, something magical starts to happen inside of us when our soul starts to get fed and fulfilled, knowing that we're going after exactly what we want in this life. That's the decision that you're supposed to make. And that's where your growth is hiding.